What's up, guys? I'm Chris.
And I'm Ryan.
And with the reveal of Pokken Tournament Deluxe for the Nintendo Switch, it got us thinking about a couple games that we wanted to see.
Here are our top 10 games that we want to see on the Switch.
At number 10, we have Mario Maker Switch. After the Wii U was the biggest flop in Nintendo history, Nintendo seems to be calling up some of the biggest hitters to the Switch.
Mario Kart, Lego City, and the previously mentioned Pokken Tournament, to name a few.
Another game we'd like to add to this list is Mario Maker. Nintendo seems adamant to create a social gaming experience, something that transcends traditional gaming, which we're okay with.
With the much more popular Switch, we think the online community would be fantastic for this game. Also, imagine taking photos with the Joy-Con remote as your father falls off a map you created in a game that he grew up playing.
Talk about transcending the traditional gaming experience.
At number 9, we have Switch Sports. 1-2-Switch failed to do for the Switch what Wii Sports did for the Wii. Thankfully, the Switch had Breath of the Wild to carry the system at launch.
That doesn't mean we don't want to switch sports. The technology in the Switch is perfect for a new addition to the sports franchise. Motion controls, different ways to use the controllers, portability, maybe in virtual reality in the future. Think of Wii Sports, but in VR.
Wow. 1-2-Switch was by no means a bad game, though it should have come with a system. But please, Nintendo, we just want to bowl on an airplane. Is that too much to ask?
At number 8, we have a Pokemon Snap sequel. The original Pokemon Snap came out back in 1999. Back then, there was only 151 total Pokemon, 63 of which were actually in the game.
Now, with over 700 Pokemon, Mega Evolutions, Alolan forms, and new berries to throw at Pokemon, the possibilities are huge.
Motion controls and virtual reality also seem to fit perfectly for a long-needed sequel to this cult classic.
At number 7, we have a new iconic character. Nintendo is the master of creating iconic characters. Mario, Link, Donkey Kong, even the Wii U brought us Splatoon. It's only a matter of time until the Switch brings us a new Nintendo exclusive icon. But what will this character be like?
Will it be a family-friendly cartoon or a more realistic-looking fellow? What kind of game will this character star in? There's plenty of questions, but only time will tell. If you have any ideas, let your fellow Nintendo fans know by leaving a comment in the section below.
At number 6, a new Metroid Prime game. After classic games to start this franchise, such as Metroid, Super Metroid, and the unforgettable Metroid Prime, it's safe to say Metroid has been striking out lately with games like Other M and Federation Force.
With nothing big announced for the Switch in the near future other than Mario Odyssey, we think it's a perfect time for another great Metroid announcement.
Also, what if this new game got a mature rating? Think about it. Metroid Prime came out 15 years ago. You feel old yet? That means most of the hardcore Metroid fans are going to be old enough to appreciate a more mature game, which Nintendo needs more of. We think it would have a Doom or Mass Effect feel. What do you guys think? Would a mature rating spice up the franchise?
And coming in hot at number 5, we have a Virtual Console. Nintendo has already confirmed that the Virtual Console is coming, but when? Maybe 3 will tell us, or maybe Nintendo will keep us waiting, but the real question is, why is this so high up on the list, or even on the list at all?
Well, first off, this is the first home and portable console. It's awesome enough you can take your game anywhere you want and play it at 720p, but it also would be even better to get to play some of the classics anywhere you go. Second, it's rumored Nintendo will include GameCube games on the Virtual Console for the first time ever. So yeah, we're just a little excited.
This is the funnest night ever!
At number 4, we have a Rare Switch game. Rare created some of the best games on the N64 back in the day. Donkey Kong 64, Banjo-Kazooie, Perfect Dark, and Concord's Bad Fur Day. We know Rare isn't in their heyday anymore, but did you know that some of the head developers from the company left Rare and formed Playtonic Games?
Playtonic Games just released a spiritual successor to Banjo-Kazooie with Yooka-Laylee. The game is currently available on the Xbox One and PS4, but will soon be available for Nintendo Switch. The game is an absolute blast from the past. Themed levels, zany dialogue, collectibles, everything is back, down to the dual main characters.
Our hope is that Nintendo will feel the same way once the game comes out on the Switch and realize how well this style of gaming works with Nintendo just like it did on the 64, and hopefully Yooka-Laylee will be just the beginning.
At number 3, we've got Mario Party Generations. Mario Party has been a franchise for about 20 years now.
Wow.
And with 10 home console games under their belt, it's safe to say the series has grown a bit stale.
It's not that the games are bad, it's just that nostalgia is too powerful to beat, so we find ourselves going back to the old Mario Party games that we grew up with.
We think it's time Nintendo made a Mario Party greatest hits, so to speak, where players of all ages can enjoy the best minigames, levels, items, and game modes the series has to offer, all remastered.
Mario Party Generations is just a name we came up with. Again, playing off the idea of a grander gaming experience that would attract both older and newer fans.
At number 2, we've got Smash Brothers. Smash Bros. Has been a staple on every home console system since the N64, each game getting more and more tactical and having more and more characters. We thought that Smash was guaranteed for the Switch when it first came out, but now we're not so sure.
After Street Fighter, ARMS, and the previous mentioned Pokken Tournament now on the Switch, there seems to be an abundance of fighting games on the system. It doesn't seem like Smash will be released anytime soon.
With this realization, we realized how badly we want Super Smash for the Switch. Honestly, we hope that Nintendo takes their time to create a whole new game rather than another Wii U Deluxe version.
And coming in at number 1, the game we all want, Open World Pokemon. After a disappointing Nintendo Direct, the future of Pokemon is left wide open. The 2DS and 3DS are inevitably going to fade away with the Switch taking over as the primary portable console. With Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon again being quickly released, upgraded versions of the previous games being released, and Pokken Tournament being thrown out on the Switch as what seems like a placeholder for Pokemon fans, the future's left pretty much wide open.
I know that Chris and I aren't the only gamers who have wished for a main console Pokemon game, and with the Switch bridging the gap between home console and portable console, the time has come. It just makes sense. Play Breath of the Wild in all its glory, and as perfect as that experience is, it made us think about how they could potentially create a Pokemon open world game as grand as that. A massive open world filled with gyms, a weather and time system, different climates inhabited by different Pokemon, side quests, possibly to find legendaries, cooking, Easter eggs, character development, collectibles, secrets, and so much more.
Sadly, this is just wishful thinking, guys, but if you liked the video, make sure to leave a like and leave a comment in the section below.
Be sure to tune in next week as we reflect and share our thoughts on E3 2017. Who knows, maybe one of our games will get confirmed.
Fingers crossed.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you then.